Today, in this video, we're going to be seeing how many Iron Golems it takes in order to defeat the Warden, if 100 Polar Bears could win against 100 Zoglins, and so much more. And be sure to watch till the end because you will not want to miss these battles of a lifetime. This is the Iron Golem, and these are some breezes. Let's see who will win. And although it's decently obvious who will win, the breeze is a new mob in Minecraft. And just for a strength comparison, let's start with 2. As you can see, the Iron Golem already handled 1 decently quickly, and the second one also decently quickly. Alright, now we're going to be spawning 5, and as you can see, we're using the same Iron Golem in order for the chances to be more balanced. And there we have it. Just like that, the first breeze is already down. And I don't know why, but just for some strange circumstance, something tells me that the Iron Golem is going to win. But I don't know. I could be wrong. Comment what you think. And there we go, just as I thought, the Iron Golem won. And now what we're going to do is double it and go from 5 to 10 breezes. But despite the efforts, the Iron Golem still won. What is going on? Alright, and now we have 15 breezes and 1 Iron Golem. If the breezes don't manage to win, then they're 1, either too weak, or 2, the Iron Golem is too strong. Also, something off topic, I had an idea. So you know the breezes and blazes, right? The breezes represent wind, and the blazes represent fire. Breezes charge wind damage, and the blazes cause fire damage. And since you know there's like 4 elements, there's air, fire, water, and what is ground? What if this is Mojang hinting that they're going to be making 2 types of new blaze-like characters, but this time they're going to be doing one for, let's say, the water and one for the ground? It's really an interesting topic. Be sure to comment what you think. But before we get too off topic, it seems that the Iron Golem is really weak, and as it appears, the breeze is won. Not too bad. Okay, now what we're going to be doing is going to be seeing who's going to win, 100 Zoglins or 100 Polar Bears. I made a bit of a contraption. I'm not sure if it's too complicated or not, but we'll see how the battle goes. Okay, so apparently my engineering skills in Minecraft weren't the most accurate because, as you could tell, as soon as I released all the polar bears, they all just died immediately, so it must be flawed. Let's try that again. I don't even think it was because of the contraption. I think that the Zoglins were generally just really strong, so I'm going to narrow it down to only 25 Zoglins against 100 polar bears. This time, let's see who will win. Okay, about 30 seconds later, it seems like I'm pretty sure that the polar bears have this. You know, it's funny because last time there were too much of the Zoglins, and this time there's too little amount of the Zoglins, so it's kind of like the Goldilocks and the 3 bears. One time there's too much, one time there's too little, so let's try 50 maybe. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's 100 polar bears on this side and 50 Zoglins on the other side. Let's see who will win. Comment your opinions down below and we shall begin. Alright guys, so the walls are down, the Zoglins are fighting for their lives, the polar bears are fighting for their lives, but there could only be one winner of the 2 teams. One thing that I would actually want to say, however, is even if the polar bears do win, that doesn't mean that they're necessarily stronger than the Zoglins since they're less than the polar bears. But if they do win, that's good. That's another point for them. Because currently, it is a tie. There's 1 point for the polar bears and 1 point for the Zoglins. And this is a tiebreaker. Whoever wins this round is the overall winner. Well, I think it's clear who's going to win here. 1 Zoglin left, and a bunch of polar bears. Yep, the polar bears won, but it doesn't necessarily mean that the Zoglins are weaker since the polar bears had an overall advantage, but I'm going to reward them by giving them a bunch of fish. Alright, now the battle that every single viewer has been waiting for. Here, I introduce you to the 2 mobs that are going to be fighting, the Warden and the Iron Golem. Well, let's go. Alright, so let's first off start with 3 Iron Golems, because 1 Iron Golem by itself is definitely not going to win against the Warden. The Warden is far more stronger than 1 singular Iron Golem. And look, just like that, point proven. With about, like, what, 2-3 hits, one of the Iron Golems are already gone, 2 of them are already gone, and it looks like the 3rd, yep, it's already gone. Round number 1, victory to the Warden. But you know what? I actually wonder what happens if you place 2 Wardens next to each other. Will they just bump into each other? Because of course they can't see themselves, but they could hear and smell themselves somehow, and yeah, they're just standing right next to each other. But they won't attack each other because they know that, you know, it's the same mob. How interesting is that? Alright, no more messing around. Let's spawn 5 Iron Golems against this Warden. The Warden walking with its confidence, but not for long. Let's see if the Iron Golems win or if the Warden wins. This looks like a really rough round for the Iron Golems here, but not for the Warden because it just won another round. Alright, no more mercy. 10 Iron Golems next round. Let's go. But before we get to the next battle, I'm here to tell you to be sure to subscribe. We're on a mission to get to 1 million subscribers, and if you subscribe, it would really help us out. So be sure to subscribe and I'll appreciate it. Thank you. Now let's go back to the battle. And as promised, 10 Iron Golems and, of course, the Warden. Let's see who wins. The Iron Golems are using a very interesting strategy. They're surrounding the Warden in order for it to not be able to move, and just like that, they were able to use the strategy in order to defeat it successfully. There was a lot of intense battles today, but that will end it for today's episode, and I'll see you in the next one.